Hi, Matt Charles with PremierGuitar.com. I'm here in New York City with Sammy Ash, here in front of the Sam Ash store. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing great, and welcome to fabulous West 48th Street, home of some of the coolest guitar stores in the country, maybe the world. Sam Ash Music, Manny's. A little farther down the road is Rudy's. If you want a guitar and you don't know where to find it, this is the place. This is part of our guitar crew. The central nervous system, absolutely. Steve Pisani,
Hello.
Mike Rock.
Can I help you?
I'm sure you can.
And Slash. Don't forget Slash. And this is Sam Ash Music West 48th Guitar Store. Not the biggest guitar store we have, but definitely the best, in my opinion. Sorry, guys. I know I just insulted 44 other stores, but deal with it. Anyway, the store is broken down by departments, compartments, however you want to put it. Accessories, basses in the back. New guitars are over here, and you'll have ESP and Ibanez and Fender and all kinds of brands that we have. See, we are, or were anyway, the first Paul Reed Smith dealer, and Paul will verify that. I think he even says it in his book. But that's a guitar that's built, actually designed after one of the instruments that he built before the factory ever even existed. And I didn't even know that was out, which makes me even happier. What can I tell you? But yeah, Paul Reed Smith and Sam Ash Music go way back from 1985 with the first dealer he ever had. And one of the great things was he came and he saw us, and there's a great story involved in that. I was home with pneumonia.
Share with us.
All right. It's a real good story. I had read about these guitars called Paul Reed Smith guitars, and picture of this crazy long-haired guy. And that was the end of that story. Then I get pneumonia, and I get a phone call from one of my guys who worked for me, now works for Paul, named Ralph Perucci, stating that there's this guy, Paul Reed Smith, and he wants to show us some instruments. And at the time, I was talking like this because I had pneumonia. I was home, just got home from the hospital. Actually, I talked a little like Mike Rock. But there you go. And Paul calls me and says, I got these guitars, and I'm talking to Paul, and I go, all right, great. All right, bring them over. You got to show them to my brother Richard, because I'm... So Paul comes in, takes a look at the... my brother takes a look at the guitars, falls in love with them, and cuts him a purchase order for, I think it was, 10 instruments. And Paul flipped out because he did this road tour and got an order for 10 instruments, and my brother corrected him, goes, no, it's 10 instruments per store. Paul used that PO, went to the bank, and with our PO, and I think it was Washington Music Centers, secured his loan, started a business, and we've been friends ever since. Some of these guitars are relics. Basically, if it's the real deal, it's got a white tag, and a relic, it's a white tag. If it's used or vintage, it's got yellow in the tag to denote the two.
Oh, okay.
And
So we got a lot of the vintage Les Pauls over here on this wall.
we are in the process of refilling because it's actually been a great guitar year, not just a great guitar week. Guitar sales are driving this industry right now, not drums or technology. It's definitely guitars. Our guitar business is fantastic. Mostly powered by the higher end, better instruments. Everybody's making great stuff right now. All the companies, Gibson, Fender, Martin, Taylor, Paul Reed Smith. ESP is on their game like I've never seen. Are those new or used?
Used.
Oh, cool. Mike Rock just came back from the guitar show with about 25 instruments, which I've yet to see.
Oh, boy.
I am a kid in a candy store. There is no question about it.
Wow.
When
That's
it comes
a
to
real one.
guitars, I just love them. Just absolutely love them.
Wow, this is a nice Strat.
Every guitar tells a story.
That's a nice drive too.
Yeah. These are relics, right? Yeah. These are relics. Anyway, so we have Martin, Larrabee, Taylor, Gibson sections. This side of the room, essentially, it's broken up of under 1,000, over, or I should say, way over 1,000.
Okay.
And it depends. What's great about what's going on in guitar building today is that there's so many different instruments. There's so many fun instruments that are coming out. Artist series, relic series, customs, one-offs, minimum runs. All the manufacturers are doing it, and I got to applaud them all right now because they're really doing some fun things. The amount of instruments that are out there are limited. There are now a lot of players. Not professionals, but players. People that just enjoy a guitar. That's the funny thing about a guitar player. I've never met a guitar player that owns one guitar.
That's true.
Thank God. Bass players are different. Bass players only have one or two main axes, but you go to a guy who really appreciates a guitar. He's got a steel string, he's got a nylon string, he's got his Strat, he's got his Les Paul, he's got maybe something in a jazz box. Because each instrument does something different, feels something different. And, you know, it's a Jones.
Sure.
It's an absolute junkie Jones. And I am the biggest junkie of them all, I think. My Fred Gretsch was at my brother's bar mitzvah. Okay? To give you an idea how deep we get.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, and I'm talking the Fred Gretsch.
Yeah, right.
Not to take away from Fred today, but this was, you know, back in the day. Back in the day,
absolutely.
Fred. And I just recently did a photo shoot a week or so ago with Les Paul down at the Iridium. And for 93 years old, that guy's got it over everybody.
Yeah, you can still play. I know he still does.
Well, we did this photo shoot, and we're all packing up, and we're all leaving. And so what does he do? He goes back to the stool, and he starts playing guitar. That's it. No, he doesn't want to talk to anybody. Just sitting there, and he's just, God damn it, man.
New York icon, to be sure. World icon, but certainly part of the New York scene. It's amazing you can still see him
every Monday.
Yeah, I know.
Still plays every Monday, and he gets up there, and half the show is the stories, and the stories,
It's amazing. I mean,
Bing Crosby, and he just throws names out. It's like, oh yeah, I played with them, and I invented that, and I did this.
well, as a big recording fan, the father of multi-track recording, always, you give him big respect, always,
And to take it one step further, a little patting on the back. My favorite quote of all the quotes in this industry is from Les Paul, which goes, "If I can't find what I want at a Sam Ash store, I try to build it." And I have the quote in a newspaper article. So I don't care. Anybody can try to dispute it, but they can't.
Here's a Randy story. Came to me, he said, "Stevie, I need a 12-string guitar." Because he always played those Guild Big Jumbo 12s.
Yeah, sure.
And then while he was doing his acoustic thing, he was using a lot of cheaper models.
Yamaha, right?
Yeah,
Was it?
because guess who sold him the Yamahas? But anyway, we want to get something a little better because he's performing so much now, and the acoustic thing is very hot for him. Called up my friends at Martin, Pennsylvania. I says, my friend Randy, I says, he wants to use a Martin guitar. So Randy came to the store, and we tried a whole bunch of 6-string models. And we settled on a 6-string with the new Fishman Aura pickup system, which the system is tuned to the body of the guitar, except Martin does not make a 12-string like that. We went down to Pennsylvania. We drove down there for the day, picked out all the woods, worked with the designers there, and then the one hiccup in the system was there wasn't a Fishman pickup that was tuned for 12-string. Called our friends at Fishman. They worked on the pickup for us. So the guitar came in. It's a D-size 12-string cutaway with the Aura pickup system, and Randy now calls it the spoiler because every other guitar he's spoiled using that guitar. So he just called me to tell me, "Steve, I have the spoiler with me. I'm doing a few acoustic shows." So he's really happy. Now I'm going to work with Sammy, and we're going to put out that version of that guitar soon, exclusively for Sam Ash.
That is a great story. That's
We're
a great
going to call
story.
it the Sammy Pizzani spoiler,
All right, we're going to go across the street and check out Manny's now.